Hello family, once again we are here. Welcome back. We are here to discuss matters that affect our lives, directly. But today we are going to discuss yes, it affects our life directly, but I have a guest on our studio today. Um I'll let him introduce himself and maybe tell you why he is here today. So, karibu sana.
Okay, thank you, madam, for your invitation. I'm privileged to be with you now. My name is Makolambo Anyango. Makalamba Anyango is from MUHURU Bay. MUHURU Bay is in Nyatike South, Nyatike Sub-County, and Migori County at large. Makolambo is a son to the late Joash Anyango Budere, the 15th boy son, and the 30th child of the late Mzee Joash Anyango Budere.
Kwani mlikuwa wengi aje?
My dad was generous enough.
He was generous with love.
He was generous in sharing meant for one person.
The love was huge. It was
Yes.
abundant.
No, the love was too thick and viscous. So I'm a husband to one, Murina King, a teacher by profession, employed by Teacher Service Commission of Kenya.
Oh, okay.
I'm a father to three. The first one being Portia Zawadi, second Adams Mwenzi, and the third one is Patrick Lumumba. Okay. Yes.
Hey, guys. So that is it. Thank you so much, Mr. Mark, for finding time to be with us. So before we start, let me just bring this to our viewers. Guys, Mr. Olambo here is an aspirant. Is lapdog, right? Yeah. He is an aspirant for MCA.
Yes.
MUHURU Ward.
Definitely.
So all those who will be watching this video, all those who come from MUHURU Ward, here is Mr. Olambo seeking or rather asking for your support, for your votes. In the show, he'll tell us why MCA and what is his interest and why he chose the MCA post. So, karibu sana kama kawaida. Remember to like this video, subscribe, comment and share just to support the channel. So, straight to Mr. Olambo, at least you've told us who you are, where you come from, and your family at large. Why do you want to be an MC? Of all the positions, why do you want to be an MC?
The reason why I'm interested in the MCA is because of one, our people are languishing in a precarious situation where the problem can't detach with our people. And if you go to our constitution, the devolution is enshrined in our constitution and spelled out clearly that the essence of devolution is to affect the common man. When I speak affect, it affect the common man positively, not negatively. It was purely to uplift the common man standard. I think that is where the president got the narrative of bottom up model.
Bottom up, yeah, sure.
Yes. So our people are still not well served with the three consecutive sessions that we have had since the devolution came in. We are not rightfully served. And we see there's a lot of loopholes and weaknesses that has been there. It is now predominant that it becomes like a norm. So we must break this bondage of incompetent or inept leadership at our level, the lowest level, that is the ward level.
Yeah.
So I like dealing or interacting with people one-on-one. So for my effect to be felt, I want the lower of the pyramid where I can get the common man. We deal with him one-on-one.
But now, talking of you aspiring to be a member of county assembly, what are the things that you would want to change, or what is your vision? But the incumbent. Why do you think you are the best candidate to outsit him?
For now, I'm seeking an elective post. What I'm doing now is to ensure that this gospel goes around MUHURU.
Okay.
That Makolambo is seeking to run for the MCA position. The incumbent or those other two predecessors who have been there, if you check our constitution, the functions of the MCA, there are majorly three. That is oversight, legislative, and representation. If you go to oversight and legislative, they are indoor activity, they are indoor business, where you just articulate them in the assembly. The common man cannot understand your role in the assembly fully because he can't come to the gallery to see whether you're participating or not. So the incumbent or these other two, I don't know how they performed in the legislative, but representation is where the people feel your impact.
Yeah, sure.
They feel you, they see you with them, you gel with them, with the community, you participate, they see your national output, they at the local output and everything. So even if the developments will come because of your representation, you know, when you are a representative, you speak on behalf of someone. You don't represent yourself, but you represent those who are behind you. And therefore, I'm seeing a situation that these people have unanimously failed. Because number one, MUHURU is not featuring at the national or at the county level. We are nowhere, be it county employment, be it development-wise. Like our roads, for instance, our roads are being maintained majorly. For the first one, Bondori did it a little bit better. Even the roads which Bondori did are still in better state than the ones that Ochieng did and the ones which we are doing now. Because the timing is not all that right. We get the service when our long rain is on. So, you know, no matter how best you are, when you do a road during the rainy seasons, and all of them are weather roads, they will be swept by rain. Storm waters are heavy, they will sweep them, whether you like it or not. So this is because of our guys can't articulate well, they don't do the timing. So I see a loophole there. Another thing, we have our sub-county hospital. If you go to Tagache, Tagache is one of the oldest hospitals in Migori. I think if history is right, Tagache was started way back even before Rongo. But if you compare Tagache and Rongo, Rongo is much far ahead of Tagache. The kind of services being offered there is not that bad, but they are not to the standard. Because
if you say they are not that bad, what do you mean? Because actually on our previous discussion, we measured on health. We talked about, we looked at the hospitals within Nyatike constituency as a whole. And we found out that these hospitals, most of them, like 99% of these hospitals within Nyatike, are in pathetic conditions. No drugs, The facilities are poor. No enough nurses or doctors. So if you say the conditions are, the service is poorly in that specific hospital, Tagachi, how pathetic or how poorly are the services?
When when you go to Tagachi has one CO. With the workload and the catchment of Tagachi, it is more than one CO that is employed by the county government, and is the only person who is in charge. So you get
so
that
he can't perform well.
He can't deliver.
He can't deliver.
He can't deliver. If you go into the state, the facility itself, the infrastructure, check at Tagachi. I don't know whether you have visited Tagachi.
Yeah, I've been there once, but other than Tagachi, do we have any other hospitals within hospitals?
I took Tagachi as a typical and a talking aid in this scenario because it's the long-serving hospital around that area. And through, I don't know, through Chiloro Bado, they upgraded it to sub-county level, of which is just a fallacy. It is by name.
It is, but not by service.
By service, it is far much more than even dispensary can serve better. If you go to Kiambu here, you'll get some dispensary offering a better service with a better laboratory, the quality than Tagachi. Why? If you go to Tagachi itself, you get that a woman has given birth in the maternity wing. And you as the caretaker who is taking care of the patient there, you are the person to go and fetch water at the lake to bring and take care of your patient. There's no water in Tagachi.
No water. There's no water.
There is no water.
In the hospital,
yes,
there's no water.
And from Tagachi to our lake basin, the lake is less than 200 meters.
Yeah, sure.
And there is no water in the facility.
Hey, yeah.
If you come to drugs, yes, drugs, there's cry all over the country. But for Tagachi, it is one thing. Because if you go to the hospital, you can get Panadol and E and A. How do you call it?
ARVs.
ARVs.
Of which ARVs right now, I also feel for those who depend on it because of the USAID.
Yes, they will be affected, but I think it has not been all that bad. But you will get the ARVs, but you
all in all, there are no drugs in the
hospital. The other day, we had casual workers at Tagachi from within. All of them were chased.
Why?
Without apparent reason.
No,
they have not been reinstated. We don't know where they have gone. No follow-ups. There's no clear information about this.
Now, are these facts or these are stories?
You can go to Tagachi and visit.
Like they were dismissed.
I'm giving you factual information because I'm from the ground.
They were dismissed without a reason.
These casual workers who are helping Tagachi, they are no longer, they were chased. The MCA can't come and give a comprehensive report why this was done and how are they being replaced, the process.
Yeah, it should at least do a follow-up.
This is a major problem. Go to Tagachi, for instance, our laboratory. The only thing they can test is normal malaria. But pondo kidogo, you can't get it because our laboratory is as good as dead. We don't have laboratory that can do proper diagnosis at Tagachi. So my aim was, or my idea was, being that Tagachi is one of the oldest hospitals, the services should be at least upgraded and people get good service.
Yeah.
And in that regard, you get in our area, you know, the mentality. Our people are still down, and even at times you'll get how we handle information is different. Our kids are dying because of ignorance. with a perception that they are given juok. You know juok?
Yeah.
Oire hii ya macho.
Yes.
Because the quality of service at Tagache, if we can have even a clinic, if at all we can't employ doctors, but we should have a rotational clinic, even in the Nyatike sub-county.
But now, other than Tagache, any other dispensary within MUHURU ward?
Yes, we have several. There's a dispensary at Winjo. There's a dispensary at Mugabo. There's another one which was started and is limping at Nini. How do we call it? Nearly sorry. Nyakumu. And there's one which is dead. It is not there, but ought to have been there at Kikongo. That is custom within the custom CBD.
But now, if you leave the dead ones, is the one at the first one you mentioned?
The window is operational. Yes,
window is good.
It is operational. But
how is the service?
The service are a bit better because the nurse who is there, there's a nurse who is there permanently and is doing a better service. But the only thing she's lacking is the infrastructure. Yes, and it should not be one person because this can fall sick.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So hospitali itafungwa. At least the staffing has a problem there.
Yeah.
Yes, they should do something and upgrade the standard there.
Now that we've talked about hospital, if I may ask, like you are aspiring, what is your vision for MUHURU ward?
I know I will have a bit hectic if I get the seat, but my vision, one, I will set the leadership pace. Because as we talk now, our leadership style is crooked. At a time you get that the contractor has been sent by county government, or people informs the MCA, is there there's someone around this area who has come in the name of a contractor. The MCA is very green about it. So there's lack of communication.
Leave alone communication. I feel like there's that feel of detachment. The MCA is detached from the people.
With the people and the system at the county level.
Okay.
Yes. Because if you are an MCA, you must be aware.
And you do not know there's a contractor in your
Yes, you must be aware of what to come and what is to be done and when it is to be done. So this one is lacking and it should be there.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you given chance, now you become the MCA. What are some of the specific things, like other than the hospital that you've championed for? Other than the hospital, what are some of the specific things that you would implement or you would love to improve within MUHURU ward?
Madam, our state at the moment is more than pathetic, but I can't promise even. What I am saying, try me and test me on this, and we see if the slogan will be the same. Because the status quo must change. It must change. We must put an halt to this kind of process where we have failed in everything. If you go to our roads, all of them, from Mugabo, the cave, to Soko CJ, at a time even the border people can't access. Our roads are not motorable. Leave alone doing the maraming. If you go to other parts of Migori, you get that the contractor has been given, it comes with a lorry, it comes with a compactor and a grader. While in MUHURU, they come with grader alone. In the ideal situations is when you see they come with the excavator, maybe to rocky areas, they come and remove some rock, of which they don't remove all of them. If you check the road from Karodi, This one passing through to Obolo to
That
to
road is
Winjo.
pathetic.
Yes, it is impossible. And it is along the road.
Actually, let me just talk to the MCA because that road is pathetic. I know that road. It affects me directly. Mheshimiwa, kindly. You know, kata no. From the signboard of Obolo Secondary School, just near Kajapunya Road, going towards Obolo School up to Wenjo. Mheshimiwa, that road is pathetic.
Leave alone that one.
Do some, no, this is a personal appeal. Do something.
Get the road from Mugabo Beach, coming to Konati, all the way to Koyundi to Custom.
Impossible.
Impossible at a time.
Especially during rainy season.
Yes, because the type of soil there is sandy and it easily swept by rain.
Yeah.
So it must be done properly for it to serve. Our roads are in a bad state. In another sector which is also failing us. Madam, we don't have water in the entire Meoru. Clean water. Hakuna.
We all depend on Lake Victoria.
Yes, Lake Victoria is good. It is there for us. The Waisa came with the idea to give us water, more so those who are in the east. But the Waisa water has stopped. It was serving before, but it is not there now.
Why? Management or something?
I can't tell, but the thing is on the ground that the water is not there. It can't reach Obolo. There was a big reservoir tank for it to be pumped back through to Custom and other areas. There's no water there. There's only one water point near Winjop Secondary. And this water can't serve as expected because of the management and other necessities that might be required by them. So if you go to southeast part, there was a misplaced priority that there's a bowl which was sunk at Nyakondo Secondary. It was a total waste because and Nyakondo to the lake where there's fresh water is less than 300 meters. Who will take the salty water?
No one.
There's one which was dug at sunk at Lisori Primary. Is not working. Stall. There's one done at Ibencho. Has not even reached the water table. So the money for the county was pumped there. There's no results.
But now let me ask you a question. If you become an MCA today, how will you ensure accountability and transparency in service delivery and in public funds?
One, these things must be, for you to give an account, you must give an account of what you have.
Exactly.
You can't account what to come. You account for what you have first.
No, but
yes,
I get your point.
Yes.
But you want to be given that thing.
Yes.
Now suppose, let me say, suppose MUHURU Ward is given 100,000.
Yes.
It will be good to tell people that if I get 100,000 as your MCA today, this I would account for it. The same way unasema you cannot account for what not you have, but you are aspiring to have it. Now, if you have it, how will you account for it, and how will you ensure transparency in service delivery?
One, any money that is channeled to the ward level from county, it comes for a specific project.
Yes.
Before going to seek for this money, you must know, I'm going to seek money for health for this particular dispensary. Let's say Mugabo, for instance. You go and sit with the community, or you go and sit with the facility officers there. You identify problem, then you prioritize the problem. You can identify several, maybe 5 or 10, but according to the priority, there is one of urgent need. You prioritize it. So when you go and look for money from the county and you bring it back, first you ensure that the community is aware of the amount. We are going to do, like, for instance, maternity wing at Mugabo dispensary. The project cost is 1 million. Tendering process, you must know how the tendering process is done. Whoever wins
gets the tender.
How did you come there? I know that is executive, but you must have a glimpse on how he wins. And you ensure that the value for that money is seen. When the contractor takes the money, he must leave what he has done. And the community must be happy of what he has done. Just in case of any discrepancy or any failure, we will be there to give a guidance. But you, as the representative of the people, you are the voice of the people, you must ensure there is transparency and there is value for money left behind when the contractor is leaving with the money.
Okay, I get your point now. Okay, and on to another question. This one is, you become a leader today. How will you engage with your community?
Like now,
how will the relationship with your community be like?
Okay. It is a tricky question because...
and as you answer that, please also tell me, you become a leader today, how will you handle criticism?
So can I start with criticism or...
Whichever.
Criticism is very healthy in any organization, because if your critics are busy, it means something is being done.
Yeah, sure.
But you must engage them for them also to have something to say. To say. Like if I say, I want this iron sheet to be removed from point A to point B, then the critics will come and say, no, they ought to have brought it here, not where it is. They have something to say. So criticism is part of us. We can't eliminate it. Take the positive one, take the negative one, and weigh. Now, me interacting with the community, for you to succeed, I think why most of our MCAs are doing one term is because whenever they get the opportunity, they say we have made it. And they run out. They say, no, these are people are now liability. My friend, go sit down with these people. Assembly time is just from Tuesday to Thursday, while you have another 4 days, because a week has 7 days. You have another 4 days. Let's say you have a committee meeting or whatever for 2 days. The rest of these 2 days, go and sit with the people down. Ili upate the real information. Sa ile unarudi ku negotiate for money here. You
already know what the community
know what they
want.
They want. And when do they expect it to be done. This one will help you even to achieve the timelines.
The reason why I ask this particular question is because most of the leaders, the moment they get power, they forget that they are the bosses, forgetting that they are not the bosses. We, the common man, we are the bosses. We've given you that mandate to represent us. So when you run away from us, yes, you have the power. You have the power on your hands. But now when you run away from the community, what does this tell you? What does this entails? Why do leaders run away from community? That is why I ask this question. Why do they see like the community as a liability, or the main reason why leaders run away from the community?
Keto kisungu malaye nyakoro wadogado gidhulun ke chuo gi jomioro. Ginyalo ni okawinj dholuo. Namba achiel, nitiere jotelo kadi
Ang'wen.
Group mag jotelo di.
Ang'wen.
Gin adek chutho to gin ang'wen. Wati gi tam mar muma. Namba achiel nitie jatelo. Men odhi odwaro kom mondo mi o protect wealth ne.
Mwandu.
Yes, mwandu. Odwaro rito mwandu ne. Seche moko mwandu ni no acquire koa e civil service. Koro noko yude e yo maler. Magendo ne ng'eny e iye. Koro dwaro kuma ka owinj ni idhi make, to en gi political power. Onyalo influence. Hakika wach marach. Ni neno gima nyotimore Kitale. Ka jogweng' nyowuok ni Natembea gi tok maki. Yes. Man is a shield. Wakawacha ni Natembea rach. Kikitere media kama.
No.
Koro, mano namba achiel type of jatelo. Nitie jatelo mar ariyo, mabiro ni ya, anto koro an gi pesa. What I want is fame. Mondo ji ong'e ni ng'ane be ni ang'owa.
Nitie.
Yes. Mano bende kategori mar jatelo. En tie. Kata en gi pesa osebedo ga, let's say maybe is charismatic somehow. Osebedo ko chulo ne nyithindo moko, nyithind mine gi moko, kata nyithind wetene moko.
Ogonyo yude.
Fi moko ji ariyo ji adek. Koro neno mana ni an ema koro aromo gweng'ni. An midiewa. An kok an to ka an to ken to joka ilago nitie. Namba ariyo, namba adek.
Yeah, namba adek.
Nitiere jatelo maywago piny. Nitiere buk moro kacha, en Kings. Ne nitiere ruoth moro niluongo ni Asha. Asha kano succeed wuon gi. To muma records ni Asha notiyo maber. Kong'eyo makosa man wuon gi otimore nade? Otimo chien kocha. To kano gik kuma Asha noduogo pare chien mowarino ni koro telo donje wiye. Manorengo ywage bun gi cha. Asha notiyo jarietha. Koro nitiere ng'ama ywago piny. To kodhi odonjo kacha to kite nyalo kore. Nikech iwacho ni the standard measure of a man, or the true character of a man, is being known when he has power.
When he has power.
And money. Biro koni ni ng'ani en ng'anade. Koro mano nitiere ng'ama ywago piny. En odwa ni mondo okony piny. To nyalo biro no biro konyo piny. To kare nodwa na konyo. Koro namba 4, nitiere ng'ama neno niya, en is on a revenge mission. Jogi osechawa ka kinda. For instance, MUHURU wan gi dhoudi matindo tindo, karibu 22. Mang'eny to wanyuomore kendo wakendore be wachamore kanyo. Koro i dhoudwa 22 gi. The first one, the bigger one, en Koyier. Mano kuongo yudo the information e MUHURU. Koro an ae dhot matin miluongo ni Wathiang. Maben wadaro wa chula kocha wabiro kadem, kwere wa kadem, gibiro magik ni koro MUHURU. Koro anyalo chung' ni an koro am on revenge mission ne Koyier. Koyier osetiyowa ka kinda. Wasamo gitiyowa mok ber. Kitegunga tiyowa mok ber. Koro there's a kind of jatelo mabiro on revenge.
Mondo ochul kuoro.
Ochul kuoro. Nyisgi ni kata wambe watimore nade? Why exist? Koro categories 4 gi. In minyalo ng'e kumiketa.
Koro in kanye.
To koro mano
in kanye.
An awacho ni my anchor is one.
MUHURU
is to set the leadership pace.
MUHURU uwinjo kaka mheshimiwa uwoyo, let me call you mheshimiwa. Incoming, koso mheshimiwa ma olap dhoge ndong. Uwoyo. Leadership 4 mawachogo. Ikete kanye. Une mung'e kaka aja MUHURU lakini pok abudhe MUHURU. Pod awende MUHURU.
Anje loud. Ero kamano.
But an gombulu ma MUHURU. So an gi duole MUHURU sani.
Very good.
Yes. But koro, another question manadwa penji. You become an MCA today. What are the top 3 agenda that you would want to change in MUHURU? Let me say the top 3 development. Ni ka donje MUHURU. To gima kunga chako godo en ma customer.
Number 1. Number 1. Madhi chako go. MUHURU must be had in Migori County.
Okay. Koni MUHURU nyaka winji.
Nyaka winji makanga to wacho idhi chwanyori gi mheshimiwa mbele ka. Kumichiko no ikalo lainde. Okadhi golo dhao.
Tidhi winj Mihuru.
Mihuru nyaka winji ni nitiere MCA mobiro ma Mihuru and mage agenda ne. Namba ariyo, our roads must be done to a standard. They are more terrible. Number dek, akiani koranga tigi dok mane, akiani obuonwa, doluma lera pane obuonwa, at the county level.
Mano kata anakia.
Kata inike kia ipo mangeyo. At the county level, imagine waonge gi akit nenango. Jowa mondike county tin nyowoyo.
Representation.
No, leave alone representation. Jowa mondiki, those who are employed by county. Kanitiere ward mwayombo. Tapara ni wanamba prangwene i wards.
Wards te mani
Migori gini prangwen. Tapara ni wane namba prangwen. Jok matiye Migori. Koro nyaka nyiswa maber ni chance wa ni kanye. To ere kaka jowa matindo nyalo yuda ngowa chance.
Actually kanye mana bire nikech my next question nene ni ande. How will you ensure youth employment, youth unemployment, youth and youth empowerment?
Okay.
If you want to become an MCA, how will you be able to bridge that gap?
It is a nationwide or a globally problem or employment. Unemployment is a global thing, problem. But if you segment it to Mihuru, it is so bad. There's a clause in our katiba. Mawachoni andika jinyaka andika at the county level. People must be employed by county government at the county level. And nitie article mano kanyo mawachoni county government must devolve or segment its functions to the
people.
Yes, to the lowest level, that is the ward level. So we have the sub-county and that. If you check, when Ochilo was seeking the position of a governor, nitiere one thing manowacho, ni he will accelerate devolution to be felt at the ground. Not the medo devolve functions mani higher office kaduoge sub county to the lower level nyaka mondo joyud tich. Sani there is an employment advert for employment in Migori. Ji apply konini we need 7 positions. And 7 position neja wendo, and 7 position neja Migori, neja Mihuru, neja Kuria, ngati dwaro 7 positions. Emolandi at the county level. Not minding nini tiere some wards
are over
nige over employees, kata nige good number of employees, to nitiere joma are 0.
Koro mention ya there should be a system ma county government oningo bed ni ngiyo godo representation.
Yes.
At the county offices.
They are allowed to do that.
Pattern.
Yes.
There should be an employment pattern whereby ka wendo o employee ka wendo nigi ji 20 to wang'iyo ni to Nyatike ni eto en gi ji adi, en gi ji 10 to ji 10 gi gibedo distributed nango from each ward.
Yes.
North Kadem nigadi, Makalda nigadi, to Mihuru nigadi. So can we pick ward maonge godo?
Can
Is
we
that
do
what we are trying to say?
Yes. Mondo jowa oyudi kuo share. In terms of revenue, in the entire Nyatike, I think Mihuru is leading in terms of revenue collection. But Mihuru is the most vulnerable in terms of employment and service delivery.
And even development.
In service delivery in general. Be it development, be it what, be it service, any kind of service you can mention.
How will you handle education if you are the MCA?
They say that education is the only equalizer. And education, you can't separate it with development. Education is the light. So it is the key. So whichever term you give it, education, we must give it priority. It is not either or, but it is a necessity that we must give a priority. It is some of our schools, mangeyo, ma ECD. Ngeni education, nitiere mane national government, nitiere mane nitiere county government. So like ECD, nitiere skunde moko, mangeyo ni seche moko nigi higher population like Tagachi Primary, ma needs an extra class for them because nyithindo ka ng'eny ahinya kata japuonj achiel ok nyamangi. So nyaka wang'e ni in these schools we must seek for them additional classrooms, additional teachers by the county government. At the same time, there's a part of education mice under county government. This is the vocational schools.
Polytechnics.
The polytechnics, they are under county government. And these ones, most of the well-economist countries, no oketo mijingo mang'eny sana. Koro kae manyako ng'i mondo wa reduce the number madhi e boda boda. Not that boda boda is bad, but we must reduce it. Imagine, awach ni chien kacha, kanyo chatieko form 4, the number of boda bodas ne tin. I bought my my first boda boda at 208. Seche kane boda boda tin. And you could get that those who are doing boda boda could earn something. Now boda boda is everywhere. Ngata motimo drop out at class 7, boda boda mochiko. Nikech ng'amonge rech. Ng'amotieko form 4, boda boda mochiko. Ng'amotieko college, boda boda mochiko. And therefore, for us to reduce the number of people madhi boda boda, mondo jo boda boda bo yude gimoro. En ni nyakwaneni MUHURU Polytechnic is to the standard. Well equipped, well staffed, and infrastructure wise, well developed. Mano number D. It is key. Kidhi laboratory nini practical areas nyaka wangi. Nika in ngama timo mechanical, let's say automotive. Is there enough machines, engines, the current and the old? Because Pokwa phase out all the old vehicles. The old vehicles. And there are new vehicles are coming in place. There are new boda bodas which are coming in place. These people must be trained and well equipped. Mondo bed conversant. Kato di makitui. So you know manane there's electric bikes. You can mend them and repair them and do anything. Ka oponi en geometry. Nyakongeni onyalo design lao masanya sani. Iwinjo to machine munyalo tiyo kata timo mana overlock kata timango be otiyo gi the right machine. Yes. Koro enni nyaka waneni is well equipped. Our MUHURU vocational school is well equipped to the standard. Because mana is fully functional mar national county government.
Okay. Now, as we come to an end of our discussion today, I have 2 more questions. How do you plan to maintain your integrity level to avoid corruption?
Ikelo chapter 6. And in my life, katidhi ma MUHURU, onge ng'ana semayo. I don't have much, but I'm looking for more. But in the rightful way.
In the rightful way. I was waiting for that line.
Yes.
You are looking for more in the rightful way.
And my life does not stop at MCA. Or my focus is not only at MCA. I'm a father, and I do tell my friends that one of the obligations I have is to leave an inheritance to my kids. Every day I work tirelessly. I do sleep only 4 hours. From saa abiriyo, between saa abiriyo nyaka saa apar gachiel ka. Kanyo saa maninde. The rest of the hours, either amanyo kata I'm planning on how I can succeed. So, abro temo matek mondo ayudi gima deserve.
Iyo makare.
Iyo makare. So, chapter 6, onge kumwa bro tuomore gi chapter 6.
Ilergo.
Nikech an abedo brought up in the church. Gimiyudo
Iyo makare.
yo mowinjore tek mondo mi uwuog e lweti.
Yeah, true.
And yot mondo mi irite.
Awinji.
Yeah.
My last question. What makes you different from the other aspirants or the incumbent?
Number one, I'm well equipped. With the
you current, are knowledgeable.
Yes, I'm knowledgeable. I'm dynamic. And I'm reachable. Thirdly, I'm coming to close to honestness. I'm very honest, idea.
In a scale of 0 to 10.
I can't rate myself unless you rate me.
I can't rate you because you know. But I'll rate you. Maybe in the next interview, I'll be able to rate. Remind me.
Muma wachone ya. Weji mamoke mamondo paki kata bed nigi ni welo.
In kikipakri kendi.
Koro an atemo, I'm informed in terms of paperwork I have. And I think I've demonstrated it throughout this interview.
Yeah, sure.
In terms of relations and public relations, I'm dynamic and I can serve well. 2, adwa ne jomi uru ber. Nyithinda adek anyalo rito. Jaoda is employed. Ambe ajajua kali. Yungina karwako kata kala.
Yeah.
Hey. Kogi kinene ruolo.
Mabe in fact, agoli emenyo.
Sani gole menyo. But yes. Okrach. Gigi watimo mondo mi the next generation obede ni gin gi some easiness in life. Koro we will try to uplift MUHURU to the level that our Lord God will allow us.
Amen. Thank you. Now, before we wind up, maybe if you have one to nyalo dwaro wacho gi jo MUHURU mabro neno video ni, take the opportunity.
Jodalawa lek mara en achiel. To lek nani ni e lweti in kaka jawinjo. An gi motive achiel kata gi kwaya achiel. Mana kaka Yesu ogolo Peter gini. Nidhi uru ulokgi kupuonjogi kendo batisogi. Ambe akwai ni in miwinjo gini. Ka wachno donje chunyi kon jabathi. Mondo jabathi okon jabathe. Mondo jabathe okon jabathe. At the end of it all, it is our responsibility to change MUHURU.
Yeah, true.
And the only way maybe you might change MUHURU is by electing Mark as a stepping stone to curb the gap, to bridge the gap, to break the bondage of inept leaders. Mane kwayo na beduru godi chieng maber. Nyasach ku bed kodu.
Amen. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for showing up. It was a great conversation, and it will be a pleasure to have this conversation again and again. So, my family, until next time, bye-bye. See you.
Bye.